Guys, this week has been one of the most crazy weeks I've had in such a long time. I'm currently up another couple $1,000s on a Friday. I had a winning trade on Monday, a winning trade on Wednesday, and also a losing trade. And bro, the best part is the community caught all of these trades as well. So the community's up, I'm up, this is about to hit a TP, I'm gassed, I'm going to have a nice dinner. But before I do, I'm going to go on the charts and I'm going to actually break down these trades so you can understand how I was able to catch 3 winning trades in 1 week and bro, I'm not gonna lie, crazy good money this week, guys. It's been sick. So yeah, I mean, I'm gassed. You could tell it's been a great week. Let me relax, no emotions when you're trading, boys. But I mean, seriously, crazy week. I'm gonna go on the charts, break down all of this for you guys for completely free, and all you need to do, subscribe, like the video, and also follow my new Instagram account. I'm doing a giveaway at 500 followers for a free challenge account. Let's go on the charts, boys. Alright guys, so the first day of trading is obviously going to be on a Monday, and I actually did trade on Monday, so I'm going to break down this trade for you guys right now and tell you exactly why I took this trade on Monday. So first things first, guys, if I actually just replay the price back all the way to right here on Monday, okay, you guys are going to see that we had an unmitigated Asian low. So Asian low was right here, okay, and we hadn't taken out Asian low, okay. So keep in mind, my bias for the day was bullish, so I wanted to see a sweep of Asian low and then a move higher. Now, the reason why my bias was bullish is because if you literally just, zoom out, the market has been going up for the last couple of weeks, okay? So automatically that means my bias is going to be bullish. There's more to it. However, if you want to know more, then I recommend joining my private community. The link will be in the description, okay? Because there really is so much I can give you guys on this short video. Higher time frame bias is something which takes a lot of time to explain, and it's kind of what I cover mainly in my live trading sessions and in my course in my private community, okay? So check that out if you're interested. But just understand my bias was bullish, and that's why I wanted to see a sweep of Asian low. So when we saw a sweep of Asian low right here, then what I wanted to do is mark out my points of interest in the market. I did not like to trade from this demand area right here, okay? Now, you can argue this is a good demand area, right? As it did cause a break of structure, above these highs right here. Okay, so we closed above these highs, and in fact we actually came and closed above these highs up here as well. Okay, so it does look like a good break of structure and a good demand zone. However, the volume coming into this demand zone was too strong for me to trade it. When I'm trading a demand zone, I don't want to see big volume coming into it. What I want to see is gradual slow movements into the demand zone and then rejections coming away from it like this. However, this right here was too strong for me to trade. So I actually said to my community at the time, guys, I won't be trading this, but I'll be waiting for a sweep of it, okay? A sweep of these lows and a sweep of this demand zone, okay? And then looking to take a trade instead. So we swept these lows right here, okay? So that was a sweep of liquidity, basically meaning that there's now been a lot of people stopped out right here. So now there's enough fuel to move it in the other direction. And then what I did is I drew out this demand zone from down here. I actually drew it out like this, okay? And I waited for price to come into this demand zone. And then I ended up taking the trade. I believe, yeah, it was right here, okay? So when we came into this demand zone, after taking this liquidity right here, then I took the trade right here, okay? So what I can do is I can drop down to the lower time frames and show you guys my exact entry for this. There was news at 9:30 as well. So this was definitely a tricky trade to take. Because there was news, it did make it very, very confusing. But what I ended up doing, okay, to enter this trade is, of course, we saw a change of character here, which was good confirmation that we were going to go to the upside after coming into this demand zone, after sweeping the liquidity, okay? So, good confirmation there to enter. However, we had news a couple minutes later at 9:30, as you can see from this big candle right here. So I waited for news to come out just to be safe, okay, and just to make sure I wasn't going to be, stopped out of the trade. So I waited for news to come out. With my change of character having already happened, then I took the trade around here with my stop loss being 10 pips. Now, this was a risky trade because I wasn't covering the lows, and I didn't want to go bigger than a 10 pip stop loss. And I did actually risk a bit less than normal. However, still a winning trade, still fit the strategy perfectly. Members still caught this trade as well, as I called it live on the live trading session. And it was a very, very good trade. However, the only thing that made it difficult to take was news That threw some people off, which is totally understandable. It's definitely a more advanced trade to take, as there was news at 9:30, so basically like 2 minutes before I took the trade. But other than that, guys, was a really clean trade, really good start to the day, or start to the week, sorry. Target was Asian high, or these highs up here, and I believe it was a 1 to 5. Yeah, 1 to 5.99, 1 to 5 when you take partials. And as you can see, we went through it, we smashed it, and it was a great start to the week. Now, we can continue to play on the rest of the week, but I remember I didn't actually trade Tuesday, so I'm going to skip Tuesday. So as I said, guys, I skipped Tuesday. The reason why I didn't trade Tuesday is because I wanted to see buys. Yet again, my bias was bullish. However, I wanted to see price come a little bit lower before I take buys. Okay, and this was not enough of a move down for me to take buys. And also, this move down here where we swept Asian low happened before 8 a.m. So I didn't want to trade because I only trade after 8 a.m. So there was no opportunity for me to trade on Tuesday, which is totally fine. And you're not going to trade every day. And if you are trading every day, you shouldn't be trading every day because that probably is the reason why you're over trading and you're losing consistently when you are trading. So another tip, guys, this is just pure value now, is just literally stop trading every day. At the time I'm recording this video, it's a Monday, the 30th of September. I doubt I'm going to trade today, which is totally fine. You don't need to trade every day. Now, anyway, on to Wednesday. Same exact thing. My bias was still bullish. Okay, there was no change in momentum to the downside. My bias was still bullish, and I was still wanting to see a sweep of Asian low and then a move up. So what I did is I marked out these two demand areas right here to the left of me. So we had one demand area right here, and that was the first one I marked out. And we had one demand area right here. Now, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to actually show you a screenshot of this analysis that I sent into my community, because you guys are going to see that, you know, I'm not just saying this. I literally did say this to them live on the trading call, sent it into the community, and I literally said we can be looking for buys from this one or from this one. And what ended up happening is, as you guys will see, we came into here. I ended up taking a buy, I believe, on the pullback. So around here, I ended up going into the market here. Okay, and stop loss was below the lows, something like this, target Asian high. However, as you guys will see, this was the first loss of the week, which is literally totally fine. Okay, because as I said, there was two demand zones and we could trade from either one of them. But what we ended up doing is waiting for the next demand zone, which we came into right here. Okay, so now we're in this demand zone. I'll wait to start to see some sort of buying pressure. So there you go. That is your candle that shows buying pressure. I'll drop down to the lower time frames right now. And I believe I got my entry literally after this change of character right here. Okay. So change of character when we closed above these highs. Super, super, super clean change of character with massive volume. My entry was going to be something like this. Not exactly sure on the exact entry, but something like this. I gave my stop loss, 7 pips, bit of breathing room because it was quite a good entry. And then as you can see, this trade goes and hits TP. Now my TP for this one wasn't actually Asian high. I did actually originally target Asian high, and I would have liked it to go there. However, that is obviously a big trade. And for price to come all the way back up to here is going to be a bit optimistic. So what I did is I took partials on the way up. I took partials at this high right here. Okay. I took partials at London high, which is this high right here. And then I had the rest of it running for Asian high. However, you guys will see I got stopped out at break even. Okay. So play this out. We go up and we hit TP1, we hit TP2. TP3 was this Asian high up here. But what I ended up doing is moving to break even. Okay, I moved to break even after my TP1, and then obviously we hit break even, but we took partials here and we took partials here, which covered the first loss and also made us a lot of profit on top. So that was the third trade of the week. Okay, just to recap, we've got one win, one loss, one win with a few break even trades in that win as well. But most of my profit was actually closed around this area here. Okay, because like I said, this Asian high was quite optimistic. So I closed out a lot of it. Now, I'm going to skip to Friday because I didn't trade for Thursday. And I traded Friday and had another crazy winning trade. So let's go straight to that. All right, guys. So, yet again, okay, there is going to be a very, very clear pattern for this week. My bias was bullish. I only wanted to see a sweep of Asian low and then buys. And as you can see, on Thursday, we did not sweep Asian low. Okay, so I did not trade. Very, very simple. Okay. Now, when it comes to Friday, what I did and what I sent into my community and what I said literally when I was trading live with them, which you guys will see on the screen again. Okay, you literally can't fake this. When you're trading live with your community, you can't fake what you're saying, okay? Because it's out there to the public. I trade live with them every single day, okay? So you guys can see it on the screen. I marked out this area right here. What exactly was it? It was this. I'm gonna have to just probably recap and just see what happens here because I can't remember exactly. But I believe it was this area, something like this. Okay, this is a strong area as it did cause a break of structure above these highs right here. Okay, so there's a break of structure like that. Price comes into it at some point, and what we also see, which I forgot to mention, is we're going to see inducement from these lows right here. A lot of people might be looking to enter the trade before we sweep these lows, but this to me was a clear trap for early buyers. And what we ended up seeing is these lows get taken out right here, then come into the demand zone, then our entry criteria, then Asian high hit, and also I believe we actually no, we don't take out this high here, but we do go up, and it is a really, really good position. So let's just see what ends up happening. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's the trade. I'll put my profits, I'll put my screenshots, I'll put all of my traders inside of the Trading Edge Masteries results as well, because guys, when I tell you, I call this trade out to perfection. Like, literally, it couldn't have been any better. Everybody ate from this, and the entry was after this rejection in this demand zone right here. Okay, stop loss below the lows, obviously, about 10 pips, just like that. And yeah, TPs, okay, with Asian high. And I did also have some runners for this high up here, which was yet again quite optimistic, okay? But what I did is I closed out a lot of it here. And also, not to mention, I actually closed out most of it before news, okay? So we had news on this trade at 1:30 UK time. So I closed out a lot of it before news, so around this area right here. So we can say that this is like our first TP, this line right here, where I closed out a lot of my trade. It was quite a significant amount, maybe 60, 70%. Then I left a lot of it running for break even before news as a bit of a risky gamble to see if it hits. It did hit. Asian high was hit. I closed off more. And then we were aiming for this high for the extra 10%, which I had left running. And then I ended up closing it around this area. When we started to fall off here, I started to just close it because I was like, you know what, good trade. And yeah, can't complain. Okay, so guys, that is the analysis for every single trade I took last week. You guys can see that it's not about trading every day. It's about trading on the days that you have a clear bias and you have a good understanding of your strategy. When you have that, it's difficult to fail. Okay, and that's a mistake that I made at the beginning is I was trying to trade every single day, trying to catch every single setup, but that's not what you want to do. Part of trading is not trading, and that is how I was able to go from 0 to 500k funded in literally less than a year. I went from 10k funded to over 500k funded in about 9 months time, and it's from having a really good understanding of this that I was able to literally, you know, go from 10k funding, which is really not a lot, to mastering trading and then literally changing my life and moving to Thailand at 20 years old. So you guys can do the same. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if you guys learned a lot from it. And like I said, guys, if you are interested in joining my private community where I trade live every single day, and I've also got free courses in there, psychology, a getting started course, and an advanced course, along with so much more, then press the link below. It literally is one of the best communities I can actually recommend to you. Obviously, it's my community, but I mean, just guys, look at the results and look at some of the testimonials. They'll be up on the screen. It really is an amazing community. So go check that out. And if you don't want to pay for it, totally fine. Join the free community instead. The link will be below as well. But other than that, guys, I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys probably on Sunday for another crazy day in the life video. Let's go.